Hi everyone, welcome to this video lecture. And in this video, we'll be talking about the nature, forms, and consequences of power. So we all know that in a democratic country, people possesses inherent power in order for them to function, and at the same time, in order for the government to function. So there should be an active participation, and at the same time, there should be um sufficient knowledge on how are they going to use the power. So we're gonna take a look at how do power and forces look like in the society, and how are they transpiring at the same time in the democratic principle of Philippines, for example. And eventually, if time permits us, we would take a look at how it extends to our um branches of government in executive, legislative, and judiciary. All right. So in this discussion, we have the following agenda. We're going to define what is power. We'll be identifying the nature, the types, and consequences of it. We'll be explaining its dimensions and its types, and again, its consequences. And we're going to explain how power is exercised in different situations. All right. So I have a warm-up activity here. This is based from your textbook. Test your knowledge in page 7. Let's try to look at number one, and I want you to guys to think about this. Okay, the instruction says that I'll be giving you a situation, and you will choose if there is a use of power or if there's none. All right. So take a look at situation number one. Your mother asks you to buy flour in the bakery. Did it ask you to use, or did it use power, or did not use power? Give you 5 seconds to answer. Okay. Write your answers in a piece of paper you have, and then pause this video for you to get a piece of paper. Also this one. Agnes tries to escape. Uh, Agnes tries to escape a building on fire by breaking the windows using her ukulele. She used a power or she did not. Write your answer on the paper. The teacher asked the class to return immediately the classroom globe to its proper place. They used power or they did not. Think about it. The protesters on the streets forced the police to direct traffic in an alternate route. They use a power. Yes or no? Think about it. The president made sure that his constituents were happy by giving away cash gifts and other goods during Christmas. Did she use the power? Yes or no? The stage director decided to kick the lead actor out of the play after 72 retakes. Did she use the power? Yes or no? The 1986 EDSA People Power Revolution displayed unity. This is a genuine and legitimate unity, by the way, of the people in ousting a tyrant. Did they use the power? Yes or no? Got into a heated argument after someone accidentally spilled coffee in your pants while you were on a cafe. They use the power. Yes or no? So those situations, all right, those situations basically prompts you to decide, is there really a power? And it assess your complexities of knowledge on how you understand power at the same time. Okay? So remember this. Okay, I'll skip that one. Okay? There are different powers in the society. Okay? There is a physical power, which is a quantifiable power. Okay? It can be solved in a single equation. It answers a question, who is stronger? But the power in society, it is a non-quantifiable. It is also dynamic, and it can be objective and subjective at the same time. Okay? So you have to really distinguish the difference between power and force. Okay? So go back to your answers in that warm-up activity and try to align. Is the situation telling me a force, or is the situation telling me a power in the society? Okay? So moving forward in this discussion, according to Dahl in 1950, a power is defined as, in political science, the ability of person A or institution A to make person B or institution B on his or her own would not do. Medyo complex yung definition niya. Alright? In a nutshell, this particular idea, why it's bold, is that the ability of person A, okay, or institution A to make person B or institution B, let's say, mobilize, okay? Pinagalaw ni institution A, si institution B, kahit nung mga bagay na hindi niya naman gagawin. That is an power, okay? It could be by force. It could be by authority. It could be by influence, or it could be by coercion. Okay? Yun lang yung iintindihin nyo. That is according to, again, Tao. Okay? The ability of person A to make person B move. Even if, alright, ayaw niya nung mga gagawin niya. Right? Sige. Now, what are the consequences of power? According to Spider-Man, with great power comes with a great responsibility. Right? Take a look at this. Okay? You saw a murder in a street while walking. Okay? Take a look at this one. Right? You saw a murder on the street while walking. You saw the plate number of the getaway car. During investigation, there is police force who went in your house and asked you to testify. Will you testify? Okay? That's a question that you should try to reflect. And whatever your answer is, all right, whatever the situation is, we will always go back to its consequence. That when you possess a power, you are expected to deliver. And when you deliver, the power should be favorable to those who are oppressed. Okay? That's what you have to understand. Right? So remember, your answer might vary from degree or from your goal. What do you want? What's your what's your morality? What's the level of your morality? Okay? Because here in this question, there is an expected answer, right? But there will always be a circumstantial answer for this particular question. That's what you have to understand. Okay? Next, according to Barnett and Duval, okay, there are four taxonomy of power. All right? Compulsory, institutional, structural, and productive. Okay? Let's talk about first compulsory power. Compulsory power is a direct control of one actor of the conditions and actions of another. For example, military police power. Okay? One example of this is during the Ferdinand Marcos Sr.'s dictatorship, it is a compulsory power wherein there is a single entity who controls directly the imposition of policies, right? And meaning to say, if it is compulsory, you do not have any options rather to follow, okay? You have to follow unless there will be a consequence. It could be an assault, it could be an imprisonment, it could be a death penalty, etc. Okay? So where does this compulsory power happen? Usually in an authoritative regimes and countries such as North Korea, for example, uh, Nazi Germany, for example, imposes compulsory power, right? So these particular things, operate in a direct control and in a direct manner. Okay? So that is compulsory power. Let's move forward in the second taxonomy. Institutional power. Institutional power is an indirect ways of an actor that affects another. For example, schools, businesses, and offices or institutions or companies, right? In institutional power, we have to understand that they have policies that they are imposing. Okay? And these policies, itong policies na to, this is the thing, all right? This is one thing that creates operation of the power. Okay? So they operate the power using basically the policies. Right? So that's what we have to understand when it comes to institutional power. Next, let's move forward to the next taxonomy. Structural power. Structural power then focuses in the position and the roles of various actors in relation to each other. For example, the president to secretary. So if you're going to take a look at this picture, there is a hierarchy, right? There is a hierarchy, okay, when it comes to structural power. Meaning, what you have to understand here is that the power is what? The power is flowing. Okay? The power is flowing. Okay? That is structural power. Right? Next, productive power then, this is focusing on the level of contribution in the structure. In times, kung may mga bagay na in the situation of company, dito minsan nangyayari yung power play. The more you productive you are, the more you bring results to institutions, for example, the more power you acquire, the more influence you get, the more credibility you build, right? This is an example of a productive power. So it appears like structural, but this do not focus on the direct structure. Rather, it focuses to your contributions in the institution. Okay? So remember the four taxonomy: compulsory, institutional, structural, and productive power. Now, I want to end this video lecture with this particular question. A power can be abused. Is this true or false? And if it is true, why? And if it's false, why? You reach another end of a video lecture coming from Sir Pat, and thank you very much for reaching this part. If you have any questions, please raise it in the comment section below. And at the same time, you can raise the question in our group chat, right? If you have some time, you can like and share this channel or this video in order for us to make our channel grow as well in the future. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.